Hello, I'm Cornell, and I'm making this video because it's primarily a plea for help. At the present moment, my employer have decided to subject me to a 10% pay cut, which I can't afford to take, but ain't much I can do about it. Despite the fact that what this cut has done is made it literally impossible to pay bills. In fact, I have no money to actually buy food and have to go look for a food pantry. And then I have tried to go to agencies to try to get help, and they won't help me because they say that well, basically they base everything on my monthly gross income. Even when I try to explain to them my net is what my net pay is what I work with, and but they still inform me that ain't nothing that they can do and they're sorry, and yet I'm left to basically starve and be cold and stuff. In fact, as you can see here, this is a bill. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a bill from DTE. My situation is is urgent because this is a shut-off notice for March, and I don't have the money. And even if an agency do steps in to help, the problem is I need supplementary income, because I'm only going to face this problem again in the next month because I don't have the money to cover my bills, especially my utilities anymore. So right now I decided that I'm just not going to sit back in silence and just suffer alone anymore as the working poor and not a middle class, as unfortunately seems to be where all the emphasis is as far as where the help goes. And I can see why, you know, folks like myself kind of go under the radar. And I'm done and I'm tired of that. So my thing is, I want to help myself. No more waiting for politicians and all that. I want to create an opportunity to help me. And so the thing I need is this, you know, because I'm tired of trying to go to these, you know, to these so-called agencies and people, situations, whatever, that just choose not to help me. So my thing is, I want to take accountability. I'm not trying to be on the welfare. I'm not looking for a handout, because I got God-given talent. And in fact, that's what I want to use to help me get out of the circumstances that I'm in. And in fact, when you look at this video that I'm making, I am posting a copy of my check so you can see what we are being forced to try to live on, which is so unfair. But what can I say? I have no control over how my employer conduct business, and really don't see us as an asset, and that's fine. But I'm not going to sit around and allow myself to be completely injured by that without a fight. And this is my fight, to come to the people, which you guys are the people, and I'm asking for help. The help that I basically need is this. In addition to being the so-called working poor and probably the underclass and all the other negative terms that they have and labels they have for folks like myself, I happen to be a self-taught artist. And here's a picture of some artwork that I've done from the movie Alien. H.G. Jiggers is actually, I think, a Jigger. I think you say how you pronounce his name. I probably messed the poor man's name up. But this picture right here is actually his work, but I just did a pencil drawing from a collection card that I have of this image. But I have tons of drawings I have done. And also, as an author, as you can see, I have books here that if I can sell those books, I believe I can better my circumstances financially, because that's basically what this is all about. So what I'm doing is asking for those that's watching this video to help someone that's trying to help themselves. If you can purchase my book, The Janitor's Secret, not only will it help me, but it possibly can help you, especially if you are challenged with a learning disability, because that's what the book is centered around. Because it's not only a novel, but it's also a combined novel and self-help guide. Yeah, but if you can purchase this, that would help me out a lot in my situation. And not to mention, when you look at the website, I mean not the website, the video, and continue to look at it, you'll see that I'm posting how you can get a physical copy, because The Janitor's Secret is also it's a Kindle download, so you can get it off of Amazon. You can go to Amazon and download it as well, and that would help me. My thing is, I don't want to be in the dark, because that's where I'm going to be in the dark on March the 4th, is when they're threatening to cut my power, and all the so-called other agencies that I try to get help from basically doing everything to not help me. At least that's the way that it feels. But I don't want to sit around and be in the dark. I need help now. So I'm asking for your help. And that's how you can help me. And I'm gonna try not to be long-winded. And so in saying that, I'm going to cut this. When you continue to watch the entire video, so you can see exactly what my employer expects me to live on. You know, the starving wages that they expect me to live on. And it is so much. I got so much on my head that I can't even start to get most of this stuff out, at least without being long-winded. So I think I'm going to stop the video right here, and I once again ask for your support in helping me help myself and not rely on all this other external situations or so-called, you know, I don't know, agencies and politicians and stuff that's sitting here with all these false promises, and I wind up with the short end of the stick, and as my mother always said, and beat with the long end. So on that note, thank you for your time, and I hope everything be okay. Have a good one. Bye.